Good morning, welcome to Phuket. We're on Kamala Beach, which is just up from Patong, about halfway up the west side of Phuket, but very different than Patong. It's very, very relaxed, very, very chill vibe. Now, I'm staying at the Sunprime Kamala Beach, which is about 2/3 of the way down. So we're starting, as I say, at the north, going to work down to the Sunprime and maybe go all the way to the south of Kamala Beach. As with all these videos, we're going to show some footage of the hotel, some footage of the local area, and of course some underwater footage. If you're staying in a Novotel, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's right up the far end of the beach, so you got about a 30-minute walk back down to the town. But it looks really chilled, really relaxed. There's plenty of beach bars along the way, so you're not isolated. This is the Twin Palms. It's next door to the Novotel, and that pool is absolutely beautiful. If it looks quite busy, we're actually here in peak season. Peak season runs December through to February in Phuket, which ties in with the middle of the dry season. The smell of the food as you walk past these restaurants is absolutely incredible. If you've not been to Thailand before, a lot of the excursions go on these long-tail boats. And it's a really nice way to travel, they're really pretty. There's a little bit of patchy cloud today, which is appreciated because it's 36 degrees. Very hot, lows of a night of 26. Quite humid as well. This isn't my favourite part of the beach, but if you do like being crammed up next to lots of other people on sunbeds, there's plenty of them. If Thailand has a specialist industry, you'd have to say it was massage. You can get a massage almost anywhere over here. This looks like an ordinary path. It's only when you get further down you realise it's motorbike friendly. Further up that way, there's no bikes parked. I got a bit of a shock before. Now, you can surf in Thailand and on Phuket. There's plenty of boards for hire, but February isn't the best time of year. It's quite flat in February. Plenty of coconuts available. It's about £2 sterling each. You can sit under one of these trees and wait for one to drop. Alright, we're just coming up to the entrance to the Sunprime. As you can see, it's right on the beach. We're going to have a walk around the hotel in a couple of sections later on in the video. For now, we're going to go to Phi Phi Island and show you what a day's diving is like. You can actually book a day's diving direct with the hotel dive centre. It's a long day. You get picked up about 6 in the morning. You're not back till about 7 o'clock at night. But the diving really is worth it. It's a nice day out. You get 3 dives included, transfer to and from the port, lunch and all refreshments. It's a nice day out. You are required to wear life jackets whilst in the harbour, but you can take these off as soon as you get out to sea. Leopard sharks, also known as zebra sharks, have been dwindling in numbers in recent years in the Andaman Sea. Conservationists are rewilding the area off Phuket in particular with aquarium-bred sharks, and it does seem to be helping the numbers increase. Juveniles are born with white skin and black stripes, which is where the name zebra shark comes from. Adults can actually grow to over 3 metres. Time for a spot of lunch between dives now, and the food and snacks on the boat are always great. You certainly won't go hungry. There's always a few different dishes on offer, and vegetarians such as myself are well catered for. Time for the second day of the day now, and we are greeted straight away by these pufferfish. There's quite a few different species of pufferfish found in the waters off Thailand, and you would be unlucky not to see one during your diving. This is a banded sea crate. They're quite common in the area and they're not something you should get too close to. The venom of this snake is 10 times as powerful as that of a rattlesnake. This is Maya Bay that was used in the film The Beach. It was closed for a few years following the damage caused by mass tourism generated by the film. As you can see, the kitting up area can get quite busy on the boat. If you're an experienced diver, it's sometimes easier to let the inexperienced divers get ready first and get in the water before you get yourself ready. That's assuming you're not on a drift dive, of course. Sorry about the water drops on the camera. This is Julie jumping in, as you can see, straight into a large shoulder fish. This is a cuttlefish, and they are great to film. They're not shy of the camera, and they will quite often demonstrate an impressive colour change. They are cephalopods and in the same family as octopus and squid. Pufferfish are famous for being able to blow themselves up into a large spiky ball when threatened. They also produce a neurotoxin which is 1,200 times as toxic as cyanide. This stunning fish is a clown triggerfish. Triggerfish can give a nasty bite if they're provoked, and their territories run vertical, not horizontal, so don't try and swim upwards to get away from one if it's shown an interest in you. Swim sideways. Unfortunately, sometimes during a dive you can swim through patches of poor visibility, which was the case when this heavily pregnant 6-foot blacktip reef shark came over to see what we were all about. Hopefully we get some better footage of reef sharks later on in the series. This was our friendly dive guide for the day. Time to head back to the hotel now for a few beers and something to eat. Tomorrow we're going to show some footage of the hotel itself. I'm going to cover the hotel in two sections, starting at the front, which is where we are now, and we'll cover the beach side of the hotel later on in the video. Handy to have a taxi on site, and it's reassuring to have a doctor on site as well, just in case. There's a small shop on site. It's great for drinks, snacks, souvenirs. It's hidden away a little bit down the end of the corridor. It took me a few days before I noticed it was here. So back up past the doctors. Right at the front brings you into the main lobby, and this is where your cases will sit if your room isn't ready when you first arrive, like me, for 6 hours. Lovely reception staff. And then we come out onto the main pool area, the front pools. There's a little chill out area here with books. I think there's a gym in there. These are the two front pools, and there are activities on this front one. such as aerobics. Aerobics isn't my thing really, so I didn't join in. And one of the good things about this hotel is there is a dive centre on site. It's staffed for a few hours in the morning and a few hours in the afternoon. The main centre, I think, is in the town. We can arrange all your diving here. You may have noticed there's no children in the video. The Sunprime is adults only, so you have to be at least 16 years of age to stay here. This is the second of the two pools at the front. There's no aerobics in this one, so it's a little bit quieter. All the pools and the gardens are absolutely pristine. They are so well kept. This is one of the two restaurants. It's the one nearest the front. Not actually eating here. There's a buffet dinner. As you can see, it looks out onto the main pool. The gardens in the hotel are really well maintained. There's lots of shady areas you want to wander around and get out the sun for a little bit. The massages seem to be the same price whether you're in the hotel or out on the beach. I was actually expecting the hotel to be quite a bit more expensive. This is the second one. This is near the front, near the sea here. Whatever they were saying over the loudspeaker system, it was in Thai, so I didn't understand it. Hopefully they'll have an English translation in the event of a tsunami. This is the room. It's a last minute booking, so it's actually a lot bigger than we need. The bedroom with a fridge, plenty of storage space, nice television, and there were a couple of English channels. And the views, the balcony, absolutely fantastic. There's 24-hour room service in the hotel, and the fruit platter will do me for breakfast as well. The next beach up from Kamala is Bangtao. I really like Bangtao Beach. It's a nice place to go and spend the day, so if you get the chance, nip over. There are a few people selling things in some of the beach areas, but they're not in your face as they are in some parts of Spain. And always remember, it's expected that you haggle. First dive of the day. Really lovely way to get around on a long tail. This small island that we're about to dive now is the house reef for a couple of the local resorts, and surprisingly it's not protected at all, so obviously it gets dived quite heavily, but as we pulled up there were actually fishermen there Considering diving is quite an important pastime for a lot of people that visit Thailand, it's about time they put some protection out onto this island because it's not going to recover, and it really doesn't take long once you stop the fishermen for the species numbers to increase. I've dived a few other places that have become protected, and once the fishermen stop, the size and numbers of fish increase fourfold within about 2 years, so it's well worth protecting. The dive guide said this is the first time they'd seen a turtle on the house reef for 3 years, so felt quite lucky. The serrated edge to the carapace and the mottled fins are typical of a hawksbill. Making our way back now after 2 lovely gentle dives for the obligatory post-dive beers. The hotel itself has entertainment on every other night, and they have a few special events during the year as well. They seem to be taking the up and coming Valentine's Day very seriously. There's a couple of friendly cats in the hotel and quite a few friendly stray dogs knocking around in the area. I stroked quite a few of them without any problems, but always remember, rabies is endemic in Thailand. If you get a scratch, no matter how small, it's important to get medical attention as soon as you can. Just waiting for the sunset now. We covered the area going right from the hotel at the beginning of the video. We're going to walk left now up along the rest of the beach and through the town to give you an idea of what to expect. It's late afternoon here and a little bit cloudy, so the town's quite empty. I'm sure it gets a lot livelier overnight. Getting a bit hot and clammy now, so time to nip back to the hotel, get a drink and cool down a bit. As you can see, the hotel and all bars along the beach are absolutely perfectly positioned for sunset. There are some really great places to sit and have a nice cool drink while you watch the sun go down. Well, this is the beach side of the hotel. And the lovely thing is, wherever you sit, I don't know if you can hear it, you can hear the sound of the waves breaking. I'll take you for a walk now. So back in the distance, there is a grassed seating area. This is the first of the 2 pools. All 4 pools are absolutely fantastic.
This is science. Yeah.
And if you want to leave your things on your sun lounger, you just pop up there for a swim in the sea. This is one of the two restaurants. This one's open all day. And here's the second of the two front beachside pools. This one has a nice swim up bar. If you are considering a trip to Thailand, I can thoroughly recommend both Kamala Beach and the hotel I stayed in. However, this is my fourth trip to Thailand. I've yet to have a bad experience.